Hello again, Patricia here doing a tarot card reading for the week beginning October 14th. And this week I'm using the New Vision deck, okay, which adds a little bit more to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Okay, as you can see, it shows you what's in the foreground or the background or the images that you can't see in the Rider-Waite, so it just gives an added dimension, which can be quite interesting. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, one for the beginning of the week, one for the middle of the week, and one for the end of the week, for the week beginning October 14th. So I'm going to cut the deck, see what cards come out. Okay, these are interesting. So for the beginning of the week, we have this card, which is the Lover's card. Okay, it's a lovely card. You can see the back of it. As you can see in the Rider-Waite, you could see the front of Archangel Gabriel and the 2 figures. In this deck, you get to see the back or behind their behinds. So you have a different perspective. The middle of the week is the 5 of Wands. So we have that card again. We had it last week coming up to the full moon in Aries. So that's at the middle of the week. And then the end of the week, 3 of coins or 3 of pentacles. And the shadow card is the Fool, new beginnings. So for the beginning of the week, the Lovers. Okay, so this is about a relationship. I feel it's, because you can see the back part of it, I feel this is about a relationship from the past and issues from a previous relationship which you need to bring up or bring out into the open because of the presence of Archangel Gabriel and the need for balance with the number 6. There is a need to restore balance and harmony to your own self, your own soul, and your own relationship. So any issues that may be coming up to the surface within your relationship, they could be past issues of resentment or difficulties or challenges that you will overcome, because this is a very positive card. You need to communicate these issues and bring them to the surface. You can communicate them to each other in your relationship, or you can just release them yourself on a personal level. So you can write them down and burn them. Okay, there is the presence of the burning bush here. Or you can just release them. You can speak them out or communicate them. Just release them. There's a need for expression, I feel, with this card, and in particular in relation to relationship issues. So even if you're not in a relationship, but you see this card, it also means that you need to address issues from previous relationships that are coming back up. You may get some signs in the form of dreams or messages that these issues are recurring again. It's like a recurring cycle. Or if you've been in similar relationships, okay, and you keep sort of repeating a cycle and you feel you need to break that cycle, the best way to do it is to express those issues, bring them up to the surface, express them, write them down, and burn them and release them. So that's at the beginning of the week. Then the middle of the week, you have this interesting card, which is the 5 of Wands. And you have this bird here, which is like a hawk, okay? And the hawk seems to be coming down with the claws out, ready to pounce or to catch something. So there is an element of, I feel, there are 5 figures here, and they're all sort of at loggerheads, or battling with one another. They're sort of crashing their wands against one another. And it looks to me like they've almost stopped in order to look at this bird in the sky. So I feel if you have been competing against others or competing against yourself, you need to stop, put down the wand for a little while at the middle of the week and look up into the sky and see how far you've come and how you've risen above so many challenges and so many difficulties. I feel this card is about rising above challenges and overcoming challenges. And I feel it means you need to pull back from any petty-minded arguments or petty competitive energies, you know, the way you might feel if somebody has more than you, or you may feel competitive. That seems to be, with this card, childish behavior. So you need to stop, step back, look up and see how far you've come and how many obstacles you have actually overcome and risen above. So there's a need for a more mature outlook at the middle of the week, to step back from any arguments, petty arguments that are going nowhere, or phrase, or competition, or nitpicking, and just realize that you've actually very superior, or you've risen above a lot of things in the past. So this is sort of beneath you, all this petty-minded nitpicking or arguments or competition. So see, get some inspiration from that bird and just rise above all those issues. And then the end of the week sees this card, which is very positive. I feel it evolves from this one. And this is the Three of Coins, and this is about appreciation. And as you can see, this figure is on higher ground. Okay, he's up above the ground. He's on a step, which means he has risen above. As I say, you've risen above all that petty-minded, low vibration, argumentative energy, and you're moving up. Okay, you're moving up to a higher level. You're leaving all that behind. And towards the end of the week, you can see how skillful you are and how much you can create. Okay, how appreciated you are. As you can see, these two figures are looking upon this person's creation and seeing how well it looks, and they really appreciate it. This card is like validation, recognition, or appreciation. So you may find that you will be validated and appreciated for the work that you do. Okay, and as it's a 3, it's about creation. So it's about creating new energies as well. It's about moving from that, creating new energies, but also the knock-on effect that has moving forward. That brings a knock-on effect, like a domino effect. The more you create, the better you do. The more good stuff and positive energy you draw towards you. So it's just very important at the middle of the week to embrace this energy, to see that bird, how that bird is so high in the sky and rises above petty-minded, low, nitpicking arguments, you know, silly old low vibration energy, and then you move up. Okay, if you feel you need recognition or validation, I would say look to yourself, look in the mirror. Okay, take a look in the mirror and see how wonderful you are, how far you've come. Appreciate, even write down all your skills, everything you've learned over the past few years, and all the accomplishments that you have done. Okay, and you'll really start to raise your vibration into a really high level. The shadow card then is the Fool. Okay, and as you can see from this card, he's walking, you can see his back again. Okay, and he's walking towards the cliff, and over in the distance there's this volcanic eruption. Okay, so this is, I feel, the Fool is about a new journey, a new beginning, starting afresh, starting out, very, very excited and enthusiastic about a new journey or a new venture, a new beginning. Very exciting, but also realizing that this is like an eruption. Okay, he's looking at it though, he's not going anywhere near it. So watch that something in the in somewhere else is going to actually erupt. Okay, this could be energies outside yourself, because I feel he's not anywhere near it, but he's looking at it. Okay, and I feel the key to this is something may go off, an argument may happen, but as you've risen above it, you're just going to stand back from it, and you're going to be able to witness it from a higher perspective. He's in a higher perspective because he's very aloof, his head is like up in the air, and also he's holding on to this rose, which means he's very spiritual. So some energy or something's going to hit the frying pan. Okay, but you're just going to be a witness to it because you have risen above so much of that petty-minded energy. Okay, so good cards for next week, interesting cards. We have the Lovers, which is about harking back to energies from a previous relationship or relationship issue and expressing them, releasing them, getting them up and out into the open in order to heal from them and move forward in a more harmonious way and fashion. This card is about rising above any petty-minded arguments, you know, competition. It seems when all these 5 energies are sort of at loggerheads or bashing these wands together, they're not really getting anywhere. Nobody's in front, nobody's above. But the bird here has got the higher perspective, and the bird is ready to come down and catch its prey. So the bird is actually a symbol of your higher achievements and rising above this petty-minded, low vibration, competitive, argumentative energy. And then the end of the week, 3 of Pentacles sees you higher up, moving up. This could also mean a promotion and being recognized and valued for the work you do. Also, as I say, if you feel you're not getting that recognition and value that you need, you can take a look in the mirror and recount all your accomplishments so far and all your skills. And then we have the Fool as the shadow card, which means a new beginning, a new journey. And as I say, from this, something's going to blow, okay, but it's away from you, okay? You're not going to be affected by it because you have a higher perspective. So have a great week. It's great to connect with you. You can find me on Facebook, White Witch Patricia Weston, and Instagram at Patricia Weston Witch. Have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.